Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today. My name is Melrose, and I'm here to share your daily aspects. Today on the page, we don't have any fresh, exact new aspects, so it's really kind of a light day. We are having an ongoing, a lot of stuff going on with Mars, but especially two things that are happening right now. That's Mars trine to Saturn, which says that, if we practice some self-discipline, we can definitely get a whole bunch of stuff done right now. So whatever it is that you're working on, if you just really focus in, create yourself a good workspace, you can really get it done at this time. And then Mars is also sextile to Chiron, saying that we can create solutions in our lives by taking action. So there's a lot of action on the page right now, and I really like that, being the Aries action figure that I am. Okay, let's get into these aspects. Today is Wednesday, September 28, 2022. The sun is in Libra and the waxing crescent moon is in Scorpio. Moon in Scorpio is a time when we retreat inward, there to deal with the emotional clutter, the fears and insecurities that may be getting in the way of our ability to set clear intentions. The shadow side of Sun in Libra can be that in our love of beauty, we come to focus on superficial things. We may develop a more self-serving way of approaching the world. We can become indecisive, failing to realize that our options diminish while we try to decide. Cardinal air and fixed water. We want to examine our souls at this time in an attempt to address those more frivolous, selfish, or passive-aggressive ways of being. Now is the time to sweep out the musty corners of the personal psyche. Okay, first let's take a look at what the moon is doing today. This has to do with our personal lives, how it feels to be us, and who we are at home. Here's the moon on the page. And as we can see, the moon makes no exact aspects today. It transits Scorpio in peace. Perfect weather for doing that personal work, befriending the shadow, being emotionally into our personal experience, rather than being whipped about by these other more outer life experiences in Virgo and Libra. Otherwise, today, it's ongoing astrology. Yesterday, Mercury went trine to Pluto, right there. Gemini, Virgo, and Scorpio. Pluto is a ruler of Scorpio, where the moon is quietly transiting right now. So it's appropriate that while our hearts are in our personal depths, our rational, logistical, and in Virgo, seeking solutions, our mind is in a blessed position to realize what's going on here in the psyche, to talk about it, to ask questions that cut to the chase, and to plan for the endings and beginnings we perceive to be present or coming up for us. Venus loses its trine with Uranus at this point, and Mercury takes up the tail end of the kite we've been flying, trine to Uranus, trine to Pluto, while Uranus is trine to Pluto. All while also Mercury is in opposition to Neptune, and these are sextile here. Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Pisces. Having opened our receptive hearts to the exciting possibilities for transformation that are on offer, we are now empowered to perceive more clearly what changes are coming up for us. We can practically speak those ideal life circumstances into being, as our imaginations are very active at this time and providing more clarity than usual with Neptune retrograde in Pisces right there. These characters in this grand trine continue to sit in earth signs as well, lending a sense of security and the ability to build something solid, of course with some work. Venus is still technically conjunct to Mercury today, although not so close that they share all the same aspects. Taurus, Gemini, Libra, and Virgo. These trines are still working for us, though. They indicate that our happy ability to process and plan for transformation is reinforced by the insight we've been given as to what would be an ideal situation for us. Also in the chart today, we find a T-square that has been hanging out for a few days. This is Mars in a square position with Mercury and also with Neptune. And of course, Mercury is opposite to Neptune. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Pisces. Mars has been hanging out in Gemini and really barely budging. Tenaciously, Mars is at work on expressing ourselves, Gemini, through action, Mars. This is the warm gust of air that sets our kite of blessings in motion. This is the reminder to act when the opportunity that represents a step in the right direction presents itself. And we discussed the culmination of Mars's trine to Saturn here yesterday. Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius. We are granted the power and stamina to truly get some work done. Taking care of business is the name of the game. Understand that the trine vibration offers blessings when we show self-discipline and do the labor we're called to do. Mars is also sextile to Chiron right here, Aries and Scorpio. This is another way of saying that we can find resolution to the interpersonal challenges we face, especially with our close partners, as Mars is also square to Venus at this time, Taurus and Libra. We express ourselves at this time with action. We are willing to try things a couple of different ways in the interest of having things go more easily between us and the people we like to keep close. There are fewer oppositions on the page today than the last few days, but we can still see some ongoing conversations between these bigger picture planets to our west and these personal life planets to our east. Here we are, right in the middle, on Earth, listening to Neptune and Jupiter on one side, talking about our ideal circumstances and the experiences we seek that will expand our sense of what we can be and do and have. Listening to the Sun, Mercury, and Venus on the other side, talking about what we desire, what our plans are made of and for, and what that would look like in our outer life. Taurus, Gemini, Leo, Libra, and Virgo, Sagittarius and Pisces. It could be like a tug of war, but it really isn't, because these bigger picture planets over here are giving. They are interested in our growth and our expansion, our progress, our ability to seize, to create a positive experience for ourselves. And these personal planets over here are receiving. We're picking up what the management team is laying down. And then in the trines that extend to form that kite shape, we see that all the dreaming, the acting, the planning are putting us in a powerful position to draw those ideal circumstances through the changes into our lives. And of course, it is still retrograde season. We have Uranus, Chiron, Jupiter, Neptune, Saturn, Pluto, Mercury. 7 out of 11 planets we regularly watch apparently appear to be moving backward along the regular flow. 1 or 2 retrogrades could bring about some change and excitement, some troubled waters. 7 retrogrades is where we max out this year, so that's some reassurance. For now, let's be kind to ourselves and others as much as we can. Coming up tomorrow, Venus makes ingress to its home sign Libra, and we will become even more committed to finding peace and balance, especially in our romantic lives and our friendships. On Saturday, we will discuss the culmination of Venus's opposition to Jupiter, and then the first quarter moon in Capricorn this Sunday will grace us with an opportunity to pause and reflect as we shift gears from planning our goals to taking action to meet them. And that's it for today's astrology, friends. Thank you for tuning in. Please like my video, subscribe to the channel, click the notifications bell. I post here every day and I wouldn't want you to miss a thing. For the second half of this vlog, which focuses on bringing in further insight from Tarot, please check my other channel, Astrology Today and Tarot with Melrose. The link is in the description. I appreciate you all so much for tuning in. My love and gratitude go out to each and every one of you. And I'll see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today.